My name is Shawn Smith with Emergency Visions, and this is a video segment entitled New Normal Moments. The new normal is when disasters are larger in scale and scope. They're more numerous, they're happening in unexpected times and in really unusual places. And today's new normal segment is focused on the 2013 Atlantic hurricane season. Well, we started off with a season forecast where we expected an above average season, and even as late as mid-August, you saw some of the figures of expecting 16 named storms, 8 hurricanes, and 4 major hurricanes of a size of a Category 3 or larger. So what really turned out? Well, the actual hurricane season totals were there were 13 named storms, only 2 hurricanes, both of those hurricanes were Category 1, so no major hurricanes, and an accumulated cyclone energy, which is a measure of wind index over the hurricane season of 23, when it was expected to be almost 7 times larger than that. So Dr. William Gray of Colorado State University, and we were honored to have him at the start of the season to provide his forecast on one of the Emergency Visions webinars available on our website. He had said that he expected an above average season. Towards the end of this year, he's now said this is the most unexplainable year. It shows that there are features of the atmosphere that we just really don't know yet. Well, we can explain some of it: the dry Saharan air layer, the fact that there wasn't much cyclonic energy, the fact that we really didn't have the formation across the African storms that come off the African continent and come across the Caribbean in the amount and size that we expected, or to sustain it all the way into the Caribbean. But based on that, it really was an unusual season. Meanwhile, in the Pacific, it was a very active typhoon season. So if you look at the 2013 Pacific typhoon season forecast, 26 named storms, 16 typhoons, 9 super typhoons, again a Category 3 or higher. And you saw what they consider to be an average or slightly above average season. They had 30 named storms. They only had 5 super typhoons, but then again, that included Super-Typhoon Haiyan, which we'll talk about in just a minute. If you look at the Atlantic and the Pacific graphically, you can see some pretty significant changes. Very, very quiet in the Atlantic, extremely active in the Pacific. So what does that bode as far as, this season in general? What did we expect? What did we see? Well, we saw the largest storm on record in the Pacific. Super-Typhoon Haiyan, 195 mile-an-hour sustained winds with gusts to 235. 20-foot storm surges, the most powerful storm literally on record. And we're seeing now the totals come through from the devastation of the Philippines from this tremendous storm. What if Haiyan had hit the United States? Well, literally thousands of lives would be lost and millions would be affected. You see some here of the graphics of against the United States, or even just the state of Florida, the tremendous size of Haiyan. And in the state of Florida, given that this much in the red shaded is 45 foot or under in terms of elevation, you would have a tremendous amount of storm surge damage, and they estimate over 11 million displaced if it were to hit the state of Florida. So what can we expect in 2014? Well, you can expect another new normal event. These are larger storms of a size and scale and scope that we haven't seen before. They're happening more numerous, unexpected places, unusual times. Well, we have a climate scientist from MIT that says in the current climate, a storm like Haiyan is probably a once-in-a-decade thing. Is that really true? We saw 4 hurricanes in the state of Florida in 2004. We saw Hurricane Katrina in 5, and last year alone, Superstorm Sandy. Tremendous devastation, even for a Category 1 storm. So we say that you can expect another new normal event. Plan, be prepared. Take a look at what we provide in terms of technology from Emergency Visions for disaster resource management. And we look forward to bringing you another new normal moment soon.